once again, I had to think, be more Asmongold. Stop being Asmon-led, So I started thinking, okay, rather than it was a critique of this or critique of that, it's like, well, no, if you had the budget, what would you do? What would you do that would make all this Marvel and DC stuff super awesome? Everybody likes saying this, everyone likes saying that. What would you do? What would you do if you had the money? I thought about it, and I was like, what I would have is fundamentally an academy that would be about a 3 to 4 year kind of turnover that you're taking, that you're basically sending people out to scout for various thespians, various models, influencers, singers, performers, and then you have your animation studio, and you get lots and lots and lots of footage, body scans and imagery of them doing all kinds of stuff, and you start having more and more people adapting themselves to a future that you're going to be scanning performers. You're going to be taking their voice and using their aspect for like 10, 20 years, and they're never going to age. One of the main reasons why this is a formula it makes sense that at the moment, you don't really have sort of a model for this, right? There isn't really an industrial history of this, of using, a computer model for decades. But the main reason for this is so that by the end of it, a lot of these actors can free their time up for live action. That is, if these are performers, especially if they're people that they're going to do a wide variety of artwork, and they have only so much time in their life that they can do it. Well, this is a way that they could use advanced technology to basically double their output of their own performing career. If there's fundamentally, Marvel Universe has a new, let me try to think of a character that I haven't seen them use. Or actually, I'm sorry, the DC Universe does something where the 100 or the 1000 are used. Or they do a thing with the Royal Flush Gang, and so they find the perfect people for the Royal Flush Gang and the 100, or let's call them the 1000. Because these are super villains, and they're very picturesque super villains. Like how the Marvel Universe totally messed up on Zero. Zero is a much better character than the way that they used him. And even though it's just he's a much better character than how they used him. Or if they had the Bad Samaritan as a character for DC Universe. The Bad Samaritan as a character is a very good example. Bad Samaritan, his character is about 40 years old, 30 something to 40, is a critical thing because you wouldn't have an actor who could do that for that long and come and make the character work. So to lengthen the career of the character, you have this animation, you have body scanning, you have AI, fill in the blanks. Because in the long run then, you have the most advanced animation, like everything. All your people are the most they're the best in the field. They've advanced the technology. Know that your Marvel series, your DC Universe series, is what advanced this type of technology. You'll end up having, just what this could have been. But a big part of this has to do with the thespians and these unions. Were thinking small. They were thinking small, and they didn't understand what could be the next level of it. And also there's too many people at the leadership level of the industry, and that you guys weren't thinking of it either. You don't have anymore that group of a few people making decisions that are big, bold, big ideas anymore, apparently. But this is what I would have done, and this is what I would do even now. I would have fundamentally an actors and performers academy. And the reason for performers, because there's a variety of things you could be doing. Like, you guys try to work in musicals where you shouldn't, and then you miss the places where you can have musical bits, and and so Sin City has a musical bit in it. In a way. It's just you don't think of it as a musical bit. So anyway, there's a great example. Oh my God, Sin City. Exactly what I'm talking about. I can't believe that didn't even hit me. And I mean, you have fundamentally an entire period of years where you have these people, you have your project, and these are new young faces, or not even new young faces, older people, that it's just that it works because they're going to be animated. So you only need so much, and then, oh my gosh, what you could do with martial arts people and the stunt people, and I mean, this just, and then action. I mean, you're never going to get a John Woo again. You guys have John Wick, but I mean, you're never going to have a John Woo type person again. And that type of innovation of the dual-wheeled clock monster, again, if you don't start altering your fundamental way of thinking, and what it is that there's a whole bunch of people who resent animation. I know it seems so weird. It seems so bizarre. There is a whole portion of just, it's a portion of our society that they resent animation. They fundamentally think it's for children. So there'll be these movies full of animation, and they don't, they don't really. Well, I guess they don't like those kind of movies. So, yeah. So anyway, that's what I was thinking. There we go. Peace.